Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy, AG the Dad, once again. You know what time it is. It is Shit Talking Sundays fitness tip of the week. Today, I'm going to do something different. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you. Let's just get right down into it. Let's get this show on the road and let's introduce you to the man with the plan, the fitness tip of the week guru, Vince the BZ. What's up, Vince the Beast?
What's up with you, AG? How you doing, bro?
Man, you know I'm always doing good when it's time to get uh physically fit.
Absolutely. You know what it is, man. This weather out here.
It can't make up its mind. It's hot, then it's cold, then it's cold, then it's
It
hot.
feels like light summer already.
Well, they said we're
So
about to break some records out here.
we already do. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for any more though. But
Mm-hmm.
oh well. We gotta do. What we gotta do, right?
Right. So, what's good with this fitness tip, man?
Yeah, we gonna talk about. It's funny because you might have people that you talk to, but I know people talk to me, of course, for obvious reasons about. Oh, I want to work out with you. I want to train with you, but I need to lose about 20, 30 pounds first. So I'm just going to stick with cardio.
Mm.
And which is fine. Depends again, we go that it depends again, depending on what you're trying to do. So I ask them, the questionnaire when we do our free consultations are even if they just pick my brain about, randomly like at the gym or something. I want to work out, but I'm gonna wait till I get my weight down. So I ask, what are your goals?
Mm-hmm.
And they tell me. So I'm gonna say a couple of things about what is different, what is better to start out with, the pros and cons of both, and of course, like always, let the audience decide. So if they have any questions or if they want to chime in, please feel free to drop us a question or a comment. Like I said, this is an interactive show.
Yep. Um, well, then I'll let you just take it over, and you have the floor.
All right, thank you, sir. So yeah, so when it comes to cardio, especially if people talking about, oh, they want to lose weight before they get to weightlifting. One of the questions I always ask them, well, what is your goal? Are you trying to tone? Or are you trying to build muscle? And 98%, I'm gonna say, because I don't have a full graph off the top of my head, but pretty much most people that you talk to, they want to build something muscle wise. Women, they want to tone their legs, they want to lift their butt. Fellas, a lot of times, they want to build their chest, they want to, get bigger arms, or work. Women want to work on their backs. Get rid of that little back fat along the bra line area. So I tell them this, and it's not a knock, but I've used this guy forever, and there's nothing wrong with him. He's, from what I know, from what we know, he's in good health. He's in good shape. Uh, Richard Simmons. You remember Richard Simmons? Richard Simmons, the guy with the Jufro and everything, right? Cardio machine, you know. And you look at any of his old videos, you look at his stuff that he did on TV, he used to do all the time. It was cardio based. And again, from what we know, because you never know unless you're the person or unless you speak to the person directly or know their health history, he's healthy and he's fit, right? But I challenge you all out here. I challenge you to find some definition or some muscle toning or build on Richard Simmons' body. You won't really find any, and the main reason is because he's a cardio machine, he's a cardio maniac. Again, which there's great benefits to it. Obviously, you work the internals, your lungs, your oxygen, your heart, all the things inside of you, right? And all that's great. A lot of great benefits. Again, it's not about which is better. It's about what's best for what you're trying to do. So if you do say the goal that people will say, oh, I want to lose 20, 30 pounds first, but I want to tone. Well, cardio doesn't tone. It just burns calories. It burns fat. It helps you lose weight. It builds your oxidative system, your aerobic system. That's why it's called aerobic exercise, for professional terms. So if that is your goal, just to lose weight, you're not worried about toning, you're not worried about building any muscle, cardio is fine. Go, by all means, go at it. We talked about different cardio styles for the different individuals before in the past show. So if you haven't, check it out. Shit Talking Sundays. You know what I'm saying? You're missing out. So if you haven't, go and listen to one of our shows. We talked about the two different styles of cardio training. But some of the downsides of the cardio training, if that your goal is to, when you do lose weight, is especially if you lose it in a high clip. So a person that's really sedentary, that's been really inactive for a length amount of time, and they go and they do a lot of cardio, and they focus on the diet, and they get their meal plans together, and they build up, and they go regularly, and they stay consistent, and they commit to being progressive in their cardio training sessions. You can lose a lot of good weight, and you can, especially in the beginning, you can lose a lot of weight fast. If you're deconditioned and you're reconditioning yourself, because you're challenging your body. You're creating that law of adaptation where the body is not used to this, so it has to adjust. So until then, your body's just like, oh man, okay, we need to get rid of this fat, because again, the fat doesn't do anything in regards to helping you move your motion. Sometimes though, a lot of times, the downside with doing just cardio is you lose the weight too fast. I know people like, too fast, like, no, I want to lose it like this week. Like, too fast, no, that's not, I mean, that's great. But let me ask you this, like, have you ever seen a person or on TV or someone I'm not trying to put anybody in blast, but they have that loose skin, whether it's around your arms, whether it's around your stomach, around your chest, anywhere, your thighs. So when you lose a massive amount of weight too fast, it's the opposite of, like, when you gain a lot of weight really fast and you see people with stretch marks, it's because their body, their skin didn't have time to adjust to the size increase. Well, it's the opposite when it comes to extreme weight loss or fast weight loss. Your skin doesn't allow enough time for elasticity to compose and to tighten up with the weight loss. So that can be one of the major downsides. Like, anybody that's had like a lipo or lap band before, I mean, they a lot of people, they do a lot more now to kind of fix the skin with the surgery. But I remember, years ago, when people would get the lipo and they would get the tummy tuck and all the different things like that to just take the weight off, and they're stuck with a bunch of loose skin. And then they would come to the trainer, they'd come to somebody like me and be like, I need to lift weights now, I need to tone up. And how am I, can I tighten this up? And I mean, you can to a degree, and again, it depends on how bad the elasticity is in that area, in the areas that are loose. But one of the downsides with losing it too fast with cardio, like I said, would be that you lose the weight too fast, and your skin doesn't have time to adjust and to snap back. And unfortunately, if it gets to that point, it doesn't necessarily over time just decide to snap back. So you have to work on building and toning muscle. So that's some of the pros and cons with the cardio. The baseline, on the surface level. Again, a lot of pros, and it definitely has a lot of work, and it's really great if your goal is just to build your oxygen level, if your goal is to just lose weight. and not really focus on definition or toning. But from my experience, that's usually not the case. They usually want more than just the weight loss. You know, they want to show some definition. They want to have some curves or enhance their curves or enhance their chest or their size, whatever, their shoulders. You want to have wider shoulders. You want to have that V taper. You know, you want to do more typically than just lose the weight. Which brings me to the weights. With weight training, of course, you're building muscle, you're building the size in your individual muscle groups, you're defining your body, you're sculpting it, you're building curves and layers and definition and separation of muscle groups, of course, when done right. And you know, there's different styles of training that you do to help enhance the development and separation of the muscles. You know, so that's another story too for another day. But as far as building size and filling in muscles, weight training is, you know, a prime example, the prime asset that you're going to be utilizing when it comes to building muscle and toning up. And you can also, you know, it's called anaerobic, which means it's, you know, aerobic obviously is, you know, when you're cardio, like endurance and longevity. Anaerobic is the opposite of that. It's short burst. So you think of doing a set. You know, you go and doing chest, or you're doing squats, and you're doing leg press. You're doing one set. So that one set is considered an anaerobic exercise because you do it for a certain amount of reps or a certain amount of time, typically 30 seconds to a minute, and then you stop, you take a break, you rest, and then you go back and you repeat, and you go to the next machine or exercise or equipment or whatever you're doing and do the same thing. So some of the benefits with that, like I just mentioned already, is you fill in the muscle, you fill in that space with muscle, and it's also you burn fat. Again, it all depends on what your goals are. You know, if you're a person training for, say, a CrossFit game, or I think the Tough Mudder's coming up soon, or, you know, one of those type of events, in like the 5Ks, the weight training isn't the prime asset that you need. You definitely want to use it, especially if you're doing like an obstacle course, because you're not just running, you're not just working your endurance, you're working your muscles as well. Like you're climbing up ropes, or you're doing different activities, running through tires, or you're bear crawling, things of that nature. There were muscle strength does have its role.
Hey, well, I have a question. You said the Tough Mudder is coming, right? What's it
I
cost?
don't know exactly when it is. I've never done it because I have this and
Right.
not happening.
Okay. Well, do you know what it costs to go on that, or something like that?
You know what? I've never, I know people that have done it. I
Mm-hmm.
can't think of it, but I've trained some girls and they did the Pretty Mudder, which is the women's version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say it was like 30, 25 or $30 per
Okay.
person.
Well, tell you
They're
what.
all pretty much the same in that bracket, though. I want to say between 25 and 50.
Well, I'll tell you what. If any fans out there of Shit Talking Sundays knows about a Tough Mudder that's coming, uh, on behalf of Shit Talking Sundays and uh, Fitness Tip of the Week and Team Fitness Major, if you are willing to wear a Shit Talking Sundays Tough Mudder or whatever the event you're going to is, I'll take care of the registration fee. If it's only $30, we got it. We gonna do that for you. For Shit Talking Sundays, I'm sure I can squeeze that out of Vince the Beast. Matter of fact, we gonna squeeze two of them out there so you can run with a friend. We don't
There we
want you to
go.
run alone, and it comes with shirts.
Teamwork.
So teamwork make the dream work. So if you got some if y'all got a team together and you want to do the Tough Mudder, hit me up. AG the Dad at shittalkingsundays.com, and I'll see what I can do about getting you 2 free. The first 2 now. This ain't for everybody. It's just the first 2 that hit me up. We gonna have you go out there and run, but you got to make the whole 5K. Okay.
And you gotta post it on your socials.
Yes, you have to take videos. Oh yeah, and the only criteria is you do have to have a GoPro. You have to run with a GoPro, and you have to send me the footage, so I can put you on.
I don't know how they can run the GoPro in the mud. That's gonna be it.
And man, you put it on your head or what? Hey man,
are those waterproof?
Yes, they got the waterproof cases. Hey man, well that's why it's called a Tough Mudder. But anyway, I just wanted
to to that. If you guys do. If I will do my best to try to make myself available to be there at the finish line to cheer you on.
You know, hey, we will
just minimize the mud before you come and give me a hug.
Nah, you hug him just out of the fact that you made it through that Tough Mudder. Anyway, if you're enjoying what you're hearing today, I need you to hit that notification button. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that share button. I need you to hit that subscribe button. And please don't forget to tell some friends, because the more people hear, the better chance it is that you're going to get off your lazy ass and use it for more than just shit talking Sundays. Okay. You go use it for more than that. You're going to take your butt to the gym. You're going to make it happen. You're going to get, in shape and get healthy, so today
absolutely
I have brought Vince the Beast here, and he's going to break it down for you on what is the better way to do it. Is it better to do it cardio or better to do it with weights? So take it back away.
So like we're talking about weight training, right? So I said some of the benefits is building size in the muscles. I've got into that. Of course, there's some of the sacrifice you are going to have. It's yes, if you are training for a Tough Mudder or Pretty Mudder or any of those type of events, your endurance is not going to be there with just weight training. So to bring it together, which one is better? It really a lot of it just does depend on what your goals are. Or, because I am fitness major, you can combo this. Yes, the bubble run is coming. And I get my emails about the bubble run, which I will not be participating in. I've done it once and it was interesting, but it wasn't a lot of movement from my experience. The bubbles were fun.
You just playing in bubbles?
It has, so you go, right? It's a 5K. Then no one really runs. I don't know. I don't remember, because it's been so many years since I've done it. I don't remember if they have, a typical 5Ks, they have like the first group will be the ones that they can jog through it. And then the second group. I mean, think about what this is. So for those that are thinking like you don't need to do pretty much any of this stuff I'm talking about. So if you're trying to do the bubble run, just do the bubble run. As long as you have enough endurance to walk through 2 point whatever miles, go for it. 2.6 or 2.4, whatever it is. So you basically you go from one station and it has like a bunch of bubbles and foam stuff falling down, and then you go run to the next one. And then have the next one, bubbles and everything. So stations that are around that just drops bubbles and foam down. I mean, it's cool. It's definitely cool. Then at the end, they have like this, I mean, if you ever done a 5K, like I've done the Night Nation run before, which is dangerous as hell. Unless they change the venue, I wouldn't recommend that because you're running in potholes at night. So disclaimer, beware. All right, for those that know people that set up the Night Nation run, tell them to do it where it's a regular surface. Don't do it at the Sacramento Raceway because you're running in dirt and there's hills and there's potholes all over the place and it's dark. So twisted ankles all day. But as far as the bummer at the end, they have like a big old thing. They got music and they got DJs and everyone's celebrating and bubbles and stuff flying all over the place. And yeah, it's a lot of fun for that reason, but it's definitely not an athletic event. It's more for families, people with kids and everything. Just doing something as a family. Hey, we did this and look, we got wet.
Okay. Hey,
I
Trish,
take the bubbles over the mud all day. So
right. Hey, Trish, thank you for that. For letting people know if you're interested in the bubble run. It's coming up down here in Sacramento, California.
I want to
Hey,
say that's in May.
that's next month, Mother's Day weekend. For all you
I
mother
have to double
fathers out
check, but
there.
I want to say it's in May.
hmm Well, for me, I want to see you get down and dirty and muddy. So I'm only gonna offer that to two people in the mud run. Sorry, Trish Bubbles. Nothing
Or
wrong
the
with Bubbles.
Spartans. Well,
Or
Spartans
the
in the mud
Spartans.
too, but the
Yeah.
Spartans the real deal.
Yeah, something like that. I'm with that. I think Team Fitness Major and Shit Talking Sundays could figure out a way to have you guys run through that and represent us proudly as Spartas.
Absolutely.
So but
I
anyway,
even give you a. I even. I'll be like this. I even one up that. I even give you a free training session. You and your partner. Just saying.
can't beat that. So for
You're
me,
right.
you
But
in
you have to be local. I'm not
local.
traveling. I'm
Yeah.
in Sacramento area. So if you're in the Sacramento area and you're looking to do that, so I got to put that disclaimer out there. I know we're not worldwide yet, but we're getting there. So someone like, oh yeah, I'm in Australia. Let's go. I'm in New Jersey. Let's go.
Well, yeah, because podcasts do go everywhere. But you know what?
Absolutely.
Um, he may be excluding the the free training session for uh for you if you're out of towners, not local. But I think we could still figure out something for you if you still want to run. But you
I
gotta,
can figure out something for you.
yeah, you
We'll
gonna have
figure
to,
out something. It won't be might not be in person, but we can put together something. Absolutely.
right. Uh, and we'll figure out the technicalities on how we'll work that out. But I am definitely all for people getting healthy. This I think isn't this month health recognition month or something like that, or fitness training month or something, or is
I'm
it
not
just
sure the
spring break?
exact
Well,
day, but
hey,
I believe so.
I know it's spring break week coming up. I know it's definitely spring break month, Mardi Gras, all those other things. Be safe
Mhm.
out there for anybody that's out there. Oh, and my heart goes out to all the people in Sacramento who lost
Yes,
a
yes,
loved one. That was some heinous stuff. Um,
yeah. Those that are still here and recovering, fast recovery.
yes, may the Most High
Definitely.
bless you. But yeah, continue on with your story of weights versus cardio.
So yeah, so this is fitness major, right? So one of the benefits of getting the fitness tip of the week is that from time to time we drop nuggets. I mean, we drop knowledge, but I'm gonna drop you one better today. I'm gonna drop you a nugget since we're talking about this specific topic. So for me, I recommend if your goal is weight loss but toning at the same time, you can combine the two. And so here's a challenge that you guys can do, and you can do it at your leisure. We talked about this a little. We talked about doing different things like this when we talked about getting the most bang for your buck, trying to do a fast workout. Because again, your aerobic system kicks in after about 20 minutes of exercise of constant activity, whether you're weight training or you're doing cardio. Because even though you're taking rest periods, now if you follow your rest periods, say it's 90 seconds or 1 minute rest periods each after each set. If you're following that program, then you're going to still be your heart rate is still going to be elevated. You're still going to have oxygen flowing. You're still going to have blood flow. You're still going to be having levels of fatigue throughout the workout because nobody recovers that fast. So after 20 minutes of constant activity, you're going to get into that aerobic zone. But I'm gonna tell you these simple steps to do a combo packet where you do alternating lunges, push-ups, mountain climbers, um, crunches, and jumping jacks. Of course, not everyone can do those, so you can modify it how you need to. Instead of, if you're doing mountain climbers and those are challenge, you physically can't do them. I mean, well, if you can't do them like on the floor on all fours, like most people, um, like the traditional, the main method, you can do it on the bench with your hands on the bench where you're higher up in the air, so you're not having to shift your weight down as low. Instead of doing jumping jacks, you can do half jacks. You can do crunches or crunches. But if you do need assistance, you can. I don't particularly like it too often, but with sit-ups for sure. But with crunches, a little easier because you're not straining your hips as much. You can put your feet under something that's not going to fall and hurt you. Of course, you can do half jacks instead of jumping jacks. So basically, half steps. Step each side to side. So so there's and lunges. I mean, if you have balance issues, widen your stance, or you can have one hand on the wall, pushed up against the wall to help with your balance. So, or you can hold on to, like if you're at a gym and you have like a Smith machine there, you can hold on, put your hands on top of the Smith machine bar, and you can do the lunges that way. So, but here's the thing. So you want to do no rest. Well, okay, let's start. Let's give you a little bit of rest. 15 seconds in between each exercise. 10 rounds. And you're doing 30 seconds of work. So you do 30 seconds of work, 15-second rest, then switch. 30 seconds of work, 15-second rest, switch. Do those 5 exercises, 10 rounds of that. Now you're going and you can add weight if you want. I mean, I didn't mention any body weight, any weight like dumbbells or kettlebells or medicine balls, but you can add that to create more of a challenge for yourself. But doing that 10 times over each exercise. So that's 50 reps, right? Well, not 50 reps, 50 sets. Sorry. And do that, and you're going to work your cardio, and you're going to work your muscles, because weight training doesn't mean dumbbells or barbells necessarily, or kettlebells or anything. I mean, you carry weight all day. Your body is weight. Body weight exercises are some of the best exercises you can do, because it's something that you carry around all day. You don't need to have any assistance or any extra space for it. You don't have to worry about equipment wise, and you can always make it challenging. It doesn't matter if it's push-ups or crunches. You can make them more challenging with just your body weight. So that's my tip, and that's my assistance for you to combine the two. But as far as if you want to do one versus the other, great. Another thing I recommend is to really focus on what your goals are. If your goal is mostly endurance, then you want to do your cardio first. If you do cardio and weights together, like one after the other, not in combination like I just suggested. If you do weight like cardio, like I do between 15 and 20 minutes on the Stairmaster when I do my upper body workouts, because I want to lose a few pounds or burn some fat. That's more a priority to me than gaining muscle right now. If your goal is gaining more muscle, then just still do like 3 to 5 minutes on your warm up, like we talked about before. Warm the joints up, warm the muscles up, get the blood flowing, the oxygen. Do your weight training, and then do your cardio after. So whatever is the priority, put that in front of the other.
Well, and I'm going to give you another piece of at least my opinion. He's certified. I'm not, but I'm just telling you my experience as a person that was 120 pounds when I graduated high school. I was a very skinny guy. And when I decided to finally bulk up in my latter years, truly latter, I went from 120 to 160. and put on 40 pounds. And I liked it. It was muscle, and my physique was starting to come, and I liked that. And I did no cardio. I was like, I ain't doing cardio. Who cares about cardio? Now, with that being said, you can get bigger if that's what your goal is, and you will get toner if that's what your goal is, and lose weight, that kind of stuff. But for me, um, the fact that I did not incorporate cardio, I found myself getting tired quicker because your muscles require more oxygen. Look at it from this analogy, at least from the way I see it. And correct me if I'm wrong, Beast. Look at it from this standpoint. If you drive a car with a regular engine, you put regular unleaded in it. If you so it burns, regular. But if you put muscles on and you soup up your engine, you have to run with super unleaded, so it burns a whole lot faster, and it requires more oxygen to flow and burn. So let me tell you, I strongly suggest, because you're not building your muscle of your heart, and remember, your heart is a muscle. So you want to keep working that while you're building your muscles, because sometimes the strain of the muscle building will be too much for your heart to handle if your cardio isn't right. At least that's my opinion. I could be wrong. That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
I mean, you're not wrong, and you also factor in your lungs, and again, how's oxygen travel? How does oxygen travels through your blood? If, like I said, your heart and through
Mm-hmm.
your valves and everything, of course, your veins, but also your lungs. I mean, that's how, again, oxygen. You need. How do you recover? Your
Mm-hmm.
muscles have to recover by your oxygen system coming in.
Right.
So, not to say that you, like you said, I know that you're hard people that are hard gainers. They're like, I don't want to do cardio because I'm trying to, but I'm hard gaining muscle anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So minimize your cardio. Doesn't say that you don't do any cardio, but it doesn't say you have to do 20 minutes of cardio. Even if you do, so think about this: if you're lifting weights and you're averaging doing a weight lifting session for 40 minutes to an hour. Again, I already talked about you're already into your aerobic system, your aerobic capacity. But if you throw in another 10 minutes of cardio after your weight training, for most of the time, again, everyone's not a cookie cutter. That would be enough for you to not have to focus on or worry about um, losing the gains, or not gaining the muscle, because it took me a long time for me to gain muscle, to gain weight too. I was a hard gainer for a long time, and I graduated from high school all the way through high school. I was like, and when I first started working out, it took me at least 10 years to get past 160, 170. Like, I couldn't get above that to save my life. No matter how much training I did, or what type of workouts I did, it took a long time for me to build onto that. So one of the things was to minimize my cardio. And that's one of the benefits, like I talked about in one of the previous shows. Again, if you guys aren't listening, you're missing out. I talked about steady state versus hit cardio. So hit cardio will 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 bring that gap into where you are not overloading your body to where you're burning a whole lot of calories, because you are trying to gain weight and keep and preserve and maintain the calorie intake that you increase. But it's going to challenge your lungs in a short burst, because that's what hit cardio is: short burst of of activity, usually at a higher level of intensity. So your lungs can challenge. It's just think of it like this: you think about sprinters. Sprinters aren't running 5Ks. Sprinters are running short bursts. So they train and prepare for short bursts. Doesn't mean that they don't do some form of cardio or things to, again, increase that lung capacity. But what they're training for requires them to be quick for a short period of time, as explosive and as fast as possible in that short period of time. So they're not doing a whole lot of steady state cardio. They're doing HIIT training. They're doing HIIT cardio activities, and they're doing weight strength training activities that tailor to that. So if you are a person that wants to put on weight, and you know this is a challenge for you, still do cardio because it's necessary. Is a component. Like you said you only have one heart, and that is a muscle. And if you lose that, you're in trouble. Like game over.
Mm-hmm.
So, but do it in short bursts or little periods. You don't have to do it 5 days a week or 6 days a week, because that's not your intent. But you need to do it enough. Let's say maybe 3, 4, maybe max is the max a week. Forget to say about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes max. That's all you really need.
Yeah, I only did it like twice a week. It was like Tuesdays and Thursdays. It was on leg day. So what I would do is I would do legs, and then I would go run on the treadmill or the elliptical for a mile, and then go sit in the sauna. I wanted to, just do enough to get my heart rate doing what it needs to do, and then I go in the sauna and stress it just a little bit harder to give it the feel of having ran a little bit longer. I guess that's what they say. It kind of gives you the feel of doing so. I figure
it keeps the body temperature up,
right?
But it's not good if you're a hard gainer because you're burning calories.
I can agree with what you're saying, but the one thing I've learned for me, and this is just me, I'm not talking about other people. I'm a hard gainer, but I know that the only time I gain weight is if I lift weights. If I don't lift weights, I don't gain weight. I will just, I kind of stay where I'm at. Like right now, I'm at 160, and I stayed at 160. And I think we addressed this in one of the very earlier stages of the fitness tips, is that when we work out, we're trying to make sure that we fatigue the muscle enough that we don't destroy it, because we want to make sure that we can still, do what we need to do the next day.
Right.
Yes.
But yes, exhausting the muscles, not breaking down the muscles yet.
Right. Mm-hmm. As far as for me as being a hard gainer, like I said, if I work out, I gain weight. If I just eat, I just stay the same. And what I was going to say before is that the fact that once you get to a certain weight, if you can maintain that weight long enough, and this is for people that are building, if let's say you get to 150 pounds and you rock that weight for a year, if you stop, you'll kind of stay around that weight because your body is used to it. I just noticed that I haven't lost all my weight back to the small 120 size. I'm still 160. And I know that when I get in that gym and hit the weights, again, I know I'm going to probably put on another 10, 15 pounds just because I haven't worked out in 6 months from this concussion. But you guys are getting ready to see me in this gym again here real soon. So look out for me.
Yeah, like you said on that point, that's why yo-yo diets don't work.
Absolutely.
I mean, you look at the celebrities, and a lot of them that done like the yo-yo diets. You think about like the rest in peace Luther Vandross, or you think about the Oprah Winfrey's. Those are some of the two main people that people used to see and like, oh my God, they're up, they're down, they're up, they're down, they're up. Because you can hold a certain, if you get to a certain weight, but maintaining it if you only maintain it for a short period of time, your body goes back to the size and the weight. If you stop doing the stuff that got you there, it goes back to where it's comfortable or accustomed to being. Now, if you maintain that, like I said, for a year or a long length amount of time, your body is used to that. Your body is, again, it's used to that that level or that size. So it will maintain that a little longer than it did if you just did it and you was only that weight for 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Well, if there's nothing else, I know we need to all go drink some water. One other challenge I give out there to anybody in the Sacramento area that's willing to come out to whatever 24-hour fitness we can kind of agree on. You can go with me to any 24-hour fitness gym for free. If you come with me, when I go, I'll take one of you Shit Talking Sunday fans with me to go work out. So if you hear that, hit up my email, agthedad at shittalkingsundays.com, and we'll go to the gym together, man. Hit some weights, do some cardio, get healthy together. All right.
Talk some shit.
Talk some shit, because every day is Shit Talking Sunday, so we don't have to work out on the weekends. Matter of fact, I don't work out on the weekends. I only work out Monday through Friday, and usually in the morning. So if that's something that fits your criteria, hit me up, and we can put a workout session in together.
Good stuff.
I just want to, I'm trying to get the world healthy, one person at a time.
Inspire many.
So
Absolutely.
You have no excuses. If you say, oh, I can't afford it, well, come hang out with me. AG the Dad is going to take care of you, because Team Fitness Major takes care of me. So I'm going to extend it to you. I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to make sure that you guys are healthy. So first come, first serve, come through. Let's make it happen.
Absolutely.
If you need physical fitness trainings and you want some one-on-one service with that man over there, you could call this number. Anything after 12 o'clock is Shit Talking, and you know where that ends up for you. So if you call this number after 12 o'clock midnight, is that or is that not a never mind? So if you need physical fitness instruction, hit that number, you're good. Or if you'd rather make it a little bit slower, you can hit up teamfitnessmajor.com, or you can email them here at this address, fitnessmajor@gmail.com. So for me, you have no excuse. Matter of fact, I've given you 3 ways, including this phone number, but I'm going to give you one more. This is my hotline. This is the Shit Talking Sundays hotline. You call that number, we'll set up a time. Your butt could be in this 24-hour fitness gym. They don't I'm not sponsored by them, but you know what? I think y'all need to sponsor me, or I'm gonna go to another gym. Any gym out there that wants to sponsor me, Shit Talking Sundays, AG the Dad, hit me up, because right now it's coming out of another pocket. So we're gonna have to figure this out. So if you want to sponsor us, let's make this happen.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, brother. Always a pleasure. Thank you guys for your contributions and all your listening. Again, please feel free anytime. Comments, questions, suggestions. Drop that line. Let's make it happen. Let's get you right. Get you fit. Get you healthy. Keep you moving forward. Change begins with you.
That's right. That's right. Change begins with you. Thanks, Vince the Beast with Team Fitness Major. We always talk health. What good is health? I mean, what good is wealth without health? So just make sure that you stay healthy. And wealth doesn't necessarily have to mean monetary and financial wealth. Family wealth could be something you could look at too. When you look over at your loved ones, know that if you have very high quality health tastes, you'll probably live a little bit longer to enjoy those days with your loved ones. So, with that being said, I'm AG the Dad. This is Shit Talking Sundays Fitness Tip of the Week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notifications button, and we will see you next week at 6:30 every Wednesday for another fitness tip of the week. Peace.